been looking at these photos for 35 years now, and I still don't have an answer.
Hello, music multiverse listeners. Welcome back to Beyond Your Radio. This is Keep It Dark, episode 18 of 2025. It seemed only fitting that with the end of summer, or nearly the end of September, in comes the colder, the darker days, as well as the death of leaves from that lively green to that orange red and then crippled, dried up brown and blown away. The incoming sinister breeze, the chilling vapor of fog, the growing width of shadow and uncertainty, the need for warmth, the desire for it in forms that are both kind of invigorating and dangerous and those that are more delicate. The breath, it kind of catching the anger and lingering in some form to the change in habitat that's coming in, the more dangerous creatures that might be out, the lurk, the fierceness and the varieties of moonlight that are going to come. It also seems fitting that after our review of Spinal Tap, that Brighton gets a more disturbing placement in time and in music, rather than the romp of rock and roll. In the dark instance, it gets this moodiness, this bewitchery of ethereal density and unknown bleaker musicscape and broad strokes of something brewing, either so close it gives you goosebumps, or so far away it's distant and barely audible, a whisper, if you will. You can't see things coming unless you're truly specially adapted to this atmosphere. Awareness, well, it's only so much as that which is coming can be both wrapped in treat and it can reek of distraction that are absolutely chilling. Esben was prepared and more aware. He was more cunning, and so is this very alternative psychedelic trio out of Brighton. This is Keep It Dark, Esben and the Witch. Elegant nightmare music. Describing this band at their start to their latest album in 2023 is like the very journey of Esben himself in literature. Facing new situations and finding in his meekness and intelligence, in his youth and uncompromising, formidableness, that he wasn't fearful because he was too young. And his greatest strength is his ability to ensnare and entrap greater things than could be possible. And this, it's a comparison that within the music that makes, with Rachel Davies at the vocalist and bass, Daniel Copeman, guitar and percussion, and Thomas Fisher, guitar. Now, Daniel Copeman also does the electronics. And that's what makes this band extremely formidable in the musicianship, its delivery, and the menacing, dark, stoner, psychedelic gaze rock, we'll call this, at this all-encompassing moment from start to finish. What started out in 2009 as at the behest of this song called Skeleton Swoon, which was their first single, had gaining a gothic and synth and a dark mazzy Starian kind of conjuring that brought about an incredible uneasiness, but an unquivering vocal, and a band certain of one thing, one very certain thing: they could make a nightmare evolve. They went from an electronic fixation and mix with soundscape and captivating creep that moved right through and into their debut, Violet Cries, which I have here. It's an elegance that is, and I mean, it wants to feel gothic. It's almost there, but it's a trick of sound and timing that blends it so far that it moves into a psychedelia, or a very light, fearful, symmetric industrial that goes against her pitch and the music's overall pendulum. Haunting, like the EP Hexagon that would follow, which is, drowning perfection for its time. Wash the sins, not only the face, would be where I found Esben and the Witch in a used bin. I can only describe this album as beautiful, brutal, atmospheric journey that can only be appreciated by those that linger in the truth of sound. The waves of it that kind of, they hit you dark and restlessly for reasons you have yet to comprehend. But know the truth is there within it. You seek it out. You want to go deeper. You want to go darker. And most of us that fall into this category, like myself, we don't fear that we're going to get lost in it and not come back. Although maybe it happens. But there was something at the end of this album that was hitting at an evolutionary process and a forthcoming. And then would come A New Nature in 2014. And I was very much categorizing this band at a time with the soundscape and eerie entity of it, like a mood and gloom and bleak sincerity. And then in comes Steve Albini. We've talked about him before. He's of Shellac. He's no longer with us. But a voice in the post-punk scene. And for some reason, he was drawn to them, to their sound. And he found a way to bring a raw and a stoner tenacity to the background and bring to the forefront the drum and the dreary drone into that position.
And we will
Kelly even had pace without losing an instance of their chillingness. He was utilizing their edge of goth and now using it and doing it the same way with that of punk. Clever. It's a different kind of dark, but it's the same effective and bewitching results within a different, almost different sound. It didn't hit me at first time around, I want to say, on that album. I kind of just shunned it as being not as bleak, not as smart, but in actuality, it's a lot darker and deeper than that. This is a psychedelically interesting sonic turning point for a band, and maybe a reach of connection as you start to hear and feel more PJ Harvey in this, and maybe even a turbulent Florence Welch. There is a slow evolution here in Darkness, and it's riveting from her voice to the curves and perpetual music menace that her partners conjure surrounding her and the bass. This is a slow, thrilling, chilling, and very deep, dark experience in the music multiverse. Rippling from song to song and album to album, atmosphere to gripping atmosphere, which is exactly why this kind of music. It is exactly the passion and the triplet commitment that music listeners like myself, record buyers, and deeper seekers search for sounds, for any signs of intelligent darkness, voices, lyrics, and musicianship that drip of this kind of magnitude of space, note holding, and dark sonic sincerity to hold to as the Octoberness comes. Esmond caused the witch to murder her own daughters at the tip of a cap. Esmond conjured the dove and the bear, and this Brighton trio has a special conjuring that to me remains unmatched for those that want to be dipped in the bath of pending darkness, suspicious mood, and melody, and stare out across their own neighborhood as the reverist ends. This is an elegant nightmare of music that will have its hold on you at whatever terror you think is waiting for us. We're on the web at beyondyourradio.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, of course. There's articles, there's videos, and a podcast coming soon. It's all about albums, bands, artists, anything we can get our hands on, even if it's dark. Go Beyond Your Radio with us, a real music appreciation channel. Thank you for taking this dark journey with me, and happy listening.